AQworlds Infinity Game Dev Story Week 8. Hurricane, Black Belt Testing, and Unity Particle Systems. Join us for this week's AQworld Infinity's daily updates, assuming Arctic still has power. Monday, Hurricane Helene is forming in the Gulf of Mexico. Our lab is located in Tampa, Florida, which is in the cone of possible places it's projected to make landfall this Thursday. Florida's government declared a state of emergency and the schools are closed for the next 2 days. As usual, we told the team to prioritize preparations for the storm and offered to help in any way we could. I did not know about the storm when I was making yesterday's AQworlds Infinity's When post. So needless to say, the next tech demo will not be this Thursday. A lot of the AQworlds teams are not located in Florida, so in the likely event that we lose power, we will still make progress on the game. Explosion, poof, boom, which you can see him throwing the fireball. I love that. Look at the particle systems on that, though. Woo! Thursday, Spider, Ghost, and I are working on the class effects today. Above, you can see the Rattlebones taking a face full of oversized magic missiles, which is what we just saw. Very, very awesome. Meanwhile, Zoom, Warlock, Tunic, and Uromi are working on quests, code stability, and the character customization feature. Reens continues working on the Bloodrut Keep. Magic Missiles. Not sure what that means, but it sounds funny. Mage now has a ranged auto attack, not the final version. I was thrilled that the code was working. Based on the previous post you may have read, here's what's working. Classes can now have ranged attacks as their auto attacks. The Mage is firing 3 separate projectiles and each are hitting. The projectiles are have a customizable arc. Damage is now showing up when the projectile hits, and the status effect, called Scorched, are now displayed on the projectile hits. Slow-mo to show issues. And then you can see that's pretty neat, though. Slow balls and curveballs. I slowed down the missiles in this GIF so we can talk about all the issues we started solving today. Wobbly missiles. The wobble is because the missiles are trying to rotate to face a target, but the rotation value is too high. Missiles face the wrong way when fired to the left. This is an easy fix. Particle size is wrong. They're not being scaled to match the map, and the imp is dead but not playing its imp dead animation and respawning properly. There's a desync in the combat flow. I did not fire the magic missile. What is with that word? Anyways, towards the drow, but when the imp perished, the auto attack picked a new target on its own, so combat needs to end gracefully when your targets are eliminated. That fire needs some boom shakalaka smoke, which you can see some boom shakalaka smoke. When you hurl a fireball at something, the hit will be like this. This feels like a final boom. Yeah, these particles are definitely not scaling with the maps. We investigated and found the reason. It should be a pretty easy fix, but the big hits are fun. Once we get things working properly, we should create some situation where we can do some crazy big effects against monsters. We are testing a new type of camera in Project Omni, which is the Unity C package of tools and scripts we're making to do everything from mini-games in AQworlds Infinity to converting our other games, looking at you, Dragon Fable, and I broke it. It rotated on an unexpected axle when switching rooms, but then again, this sort of looks cool. Guess this is what happens when you make 2D stuff in a 3D game engine. We think longer tails on the magic missiles would look better in Infinity. The GIF above was just a white ball with simple motion trail to show how I imagined it behaving. You can see that I am dragging it around and the tail follows and shrinks over time. If Ghost did a real version of this using the particle system, the Mage auto attack would look awesome at both short and long range. This is because the tails would streak if the target was far away. We also tried setting the Mage's auto attack to fire 30 missiles instead of 1. We've been taking this very seriously. Hope you enjoy seeing these nitty-gritties behind the scenes stuff. I would love to see comments in the future like, wow, I've been watching them do this, and it's insane how good everything looks and plays in the final game. See you for tomorrow's update. Wednesday, boom, sheen, kerzoom, and boom explosion? The effects of that Mage really look nice though. Wow. The Mage class update. These motion trails on the magic missiles look awesome. The angles need to be a bit narrower, but the trails look good. The fireball hit is really satisfying too. Good job, Ghost. In the GIF above, you can see progress on the things from yesterday. We're still waiting on all the remaining code changes to fix some of the weird things going on, but even with the bugs, it's legit fun to play. Back when we were building AQworlds, this is how we wished Mage looked and played. I have an idea for a strategically skill change, and this is just brainstorming because we need Immortal Joe and the rest of the team's approval to do it. What if the ice spell had a chance to stun? And if it stunned, it'd put an ice effect at the stunned monster's feet for the duration that it is stunned, like a freeze you in place. In this situation, ice would do less damage. The benefit would be that your opening move could be to freeze/stun the monster in place, followed by you pelting it with magic missiles in an attempt to slay it before it breaks free and charges you. However, need more damage than open with your fireball. The fireball applies the scorched debuff. If you cast ice at the monster that is scorched, it'll do crazy damage, but in the case that it would not have a chance of stunning the monster. This would give the Mage, which is one of our base classes, a few different opening strategies to use on monsters. This is more important when you are a lower level than when you become crazy OP later on. The explosion skill, which causes an arcane explosion on 3 random targets, was originally intended to be an area of attack skill, but the early version of AQworld could not do that at the time. We decided not to change that for this class, trying to keep the classes as close to the originals as possible. So I'm wondering how far we should, or how much we should, limit the classes we are converting over. Keep in mind there will be newer Infinity classes in the future. These new Infinity classes will use special skills, effects, features, and targeting that will only work in Infinity. These sort of things are seen in the Umber class and the Infinity Dragon Slayer class from the previous tech demos, but obviously we want the converted classes to be awesome too. Those NPCs look a touch too big on the background. The Bloodrut Keep update. Today marks a day that several members of our team learned about Dookie Dookie, if I'm saying that right, Literature Club. The actual quote was, "What the heck is this from?" which was aimed at me. I said it was a popular visual novel, and see how the sizing of the NPC and text is? I was showing them a screenshot as a reference on how we should position our characters in dialogues. The visual novel follows the rule of thirds. Now, the lower half of the NPC's bodies are off the screen. This is important because it makes them feel like they are in the background, and in your mind, you assume the background is just back there somewhere. If you could see their feet, then they would look like they were standing on the background and look giant. Reens is using parts of our cutscene tools that are working to remake the cutscene into something we can release. We were also supposed to do a walkthrough today, but we got stuck on some nasty cutscene bugs. Oh, hi Mark. The coders in a separate voice channel working on that and the other known issues. This would have hung us up for the tech demo release tomorrow if that hurricane was not already a problem. Hurricane update. The hurricane is moving north and will likely make landfall as a Category 4. That's a big one. We hope everyone in his path stays dry and safe. These things are unpredictable as a D20 roll. Like everyone on the side of Florida, we are glued to the weather channel. We expect to get bad weather here starting early tomorrow morning. Losing power is common with big storms. Our game servers are in Texas, so the games will not be impacted by this storm. Be safe. Talk to you again. So that's where the game servers are. Cool. If there's a post for Thursday or Friday, I can cover that as well. So for the Thursday, it just says hurricane, and then Friday says power. Also, start of the black belt testing weekend. Hope everybody at the lab is safe, and any one of you guys who are living in the area impacted by the hurricane, hope you stay safe as well. That is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.